Funko delivers some mysteries from Derry. What's inside the Funko It Mystery Mini blind boxes? Yes, something I've not done in the longest of times. I can't even remember the last time I actually had a look at an entire case of blind boxes. You guys have continued to ask if I would ever consider going back and doing blind boxes, and I said yes, and I kept saying yes, and I knew sooner or later I would have to put my words to a promise, and we're going to be having a look at these now. Now, this will be the start of having a look at these again on this channel. Not specifically these, but the idea of going through blind boxes. So if you guys are kind of ankling and hoping I would go back to doing this again, you guys are in luck. We're going to be having a look at these, starting to add back into the cycle and rotation of the regular videos you expect to see on this channel. We're going to start doing blind boxes again. Yay, says some members of the crowd in the background. Boo, says one person. You may see yourself the door there. This is a slightly older set, but I think if I was going to be doing some blind boxes, I would do it with a horror theme in mind. This is the original It. Now, these you could probably still find on online stores, eBay and places like that, or eventually when comic book stores and other stores open up, you might very well be able to still find the It Mystery Minis circulating and trickling around in the various different stores. So in the meantime, we are going to be opening up each one of these, each individual one of these, all 6 on the top, all 6 on the bottom. You guys know the format by now. That's a total of 12 Mystery Minis. Looking at the top or the front of the box, we've got Pennywise, and then it seems to be Bill and Georgie on the front. All the characters that you would expect, the ragtag bunch of the Losers Club, are all predominantly featured, as well as a couple of Pennywises. I really hope we get 3 Pennywises, at least in this set of 12. Each one of these, by the way, now this one might be the harder one to come by. That's with the spider legs. It's one of 72. But the regular Pennywise, both with the balloon and dancing version, seem to be one of 6. So we might even find ourselves getting 2 of those, 2 of each. And then, of course, like I said, all the other characters there as well. I do think that's Henry, and that might even be Belch. I'm not 100% certain. I draw a bit of a blank on that one. But they're all there, including the Flute Lady. So really a lot of cool collectibles going on inside. I guess to start this review, the first thing we're going to need is a knife. So making some noise in the background, I'm going to grab here my trusty knife. This is Chet Cuddington III, and we're going to go ahead and cut the plastic off the first one. Have some conversation, have some delicious delectables, and we're going to have a look at all the contents going on in each one of these boxes. So starting with box number 1. I know, it's been a long time since I've done this. Gonna bring it back with style, bring it back with a little bit of polish. Open up the first box, open up the first bag, and let's see what we got going on inside. Oh, we start things at a pretty high note. We've got ourselves dancing Pennywise. Now, unfortunately, the format for Funko always seems to be that they always want to put numbers in, but they never want to tell you the names of the characters. Boo! Boo, Funko! Boo! I do know, though, even though that's not probably the name that they've given him, this is Dancing Pennywise. Nice looking overall Pennywise. Of course, they had to put him on a display stand because I don't think on his own he would be able to stand upright. In lieu of doing this, I wanted to bring in one of my other mystery minis that I had before. This is the Pennywise with, of course, the light projecting out from the center of its mouth. It's a little bit taller. It's a little bit taller. Not by much, just a little bit, just a hair taller. Literally taller only by his hair. I do have this one. I've actually had this one on my shelf for the longest of times, and now I can have a couple of Pennywises. Would you still pluralize Pennywise? I guess you would. Maybe. Possibly. I can put this one on the shelf along with it, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to put him right there. In the process of doing this, anybody who's watched this for long periods of time, the older videos that I used to put out there, thank you for that, by the way, you'll know that eventually I'm going to just have a pile, just a landfill of cardboard here, which I will say I do recycle, so I don't just throw things away. Who throws recyclables in the garbage? I say shame on you. Shame on you. Even with the world being what it is right now, you still have to be thinking about the planet, and recycling is the best way to be considering helping your planet, even in the smallest amount. You don't have to go trek off to a far-off area in the planet and start planting trees. No, you don't have to do that. You can start those fixes, fixing the world right at home with recycling. That's deep. That usually is the format with these kind of videos. Sure, I open things, and sure we talk about the collectibles, but there's always that other sprinkling of parsley that goes around the dish of the steak. Of course, that's the thing you're not really going to be taking away with you. Oh, wait a minute. we got another Pennywise. I had to interrupt my train of thought talking about steak and parsley to mention the other Pennywise that I've gotten. Now, again, if I'm looking at the back of the box, minus, of course, the names, Pennywise appears one of 6. Now, if you do the math, there's 12. There's 6, 12. And that would give us 2 Pennywise for each one. So probably going to get another one of these, another one of these, another one of these. Well, 2 of each. Pretty cool. The faces are obviously different from one another. He's holding his balloon in his hand. I don't know really what's going on with this balloon, though. It looks like it's a separate piece altogether. But small gripe. Small gripe. It's an overall neat-looking figure. There you go, right there. Put him there. Put him there. There we go. It would be fun if actually the first round of these boxes I open up all Pennywises. Watch me joke about that, and that ends up being the truth. Gonna open up the next box, and again, if you are in the market of picking these ones up for yourself, a lot of specialty stores will stock these, providing of course those stores are open. They will be open soon enough. Just be careful, you know, go in there. I know I'm time capsuling this video by talking about something that years from now people will be like, what pandemic? Nobody's gonna be like, what pandemic? But eventually, when the stores do open up, just make sure you keep your distance. Don't cough on people. Don't lean over and sneeze in somebody's face. Nobody wants that. Nobody wanted that before things went down. Nobody certainly wants that now either. Or, you know what I mean. We do have ourselves another dancing Pennywise. I mean, I joked about that, and yet sure enough, there it is. There's another one of them. 1 and 1. It's 3D vision. So we can put him here. We can put him there. I mean, this is fine and good. I did say I would have wanted to get some Pennywises, but literally now I'm getting all of them. At least, if anything, this probably will be the other one that's missing from the equation. I don't even want to say, like, based on this video, that if you were to go and look for these yourself, just expect that the top tray is nothing but Pennywise. I don't think it really works that way. I don't think there's no number on any one of these boxes, so don't think for 1 second, Jack, if I can call you Jack, you're just going to go into a store and just because the first 4 were Pennywise in this video does not make them all 4 Pennywises when you go into find these for yourself. If you can still find these. Again, they're slightly older. I'm going to go ahead and open up box number 4. Are you taking a tally of that? Box number 4. And I will say right off the bat, that's not what a Pennywise feels like. Not that I know what a Pennywise feels like. That feels slightly smaller. So, I don't know. Could be maybe one of the Losers Club. Maybe it could be Georgie. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it is. It's little tiny Georgie. Aw, Georgie. Aw. He's missing an arm, guys. He's missing an arm. Poor little Georgie. He had such high hopes. All he wanted to do was sail his ship. All he wanted to do was sail his ship. And of course that didn't work. That, that goes to show. If a clown invites you down to the sewer to join the circus and enjoy popcorn, just say no. Just take your don't even want your boat. Just leave. The benefit of those being paper boats. Yeah, sure, he did add a little bit extra that. Some sealing, of course, some sealant to make sure it wasn't going to get wet. But I'm sure though, Bill will make you another one. Come on, guys. Don't go fishing don't go near a creepy clown just to get a boat that he can make another one just like that. It took little to no effort to make another boat. I know I'm downplaying Bill's ability at building boats, but that's a lot of bees. Look at the arm. Unfortunately, poor Georgie just got it ripped off. Not even cut off. Like he just ripped it right off. I can see the look on his face, his anguish. I'm sure this would be the face that I would probably be showing and sporting at the time that I've lost my arm. Pants would probably be developing a little bit of a wet patch there as well. Yes, I would pee my pants, I'm sure, if a evil, sinister clown ripped my arm off. I could just simply say, it was the water. It splashed on my pants. Yeah, it was the water that splashed on your pants. Again, for the size, I mean, if I put it next to Pennywise, you could argue the point that you're not getting as much bang for your buck, that Georgie is a little bit smaller, but at least from a size standpoint, Georgie is proper sizing. He should be a little bit smaller than Pennywise. So that's a good way to start. Yeah, we got some duplicates, that's fine. But at least the takeaway is that we've got ourselves the Pennywises, which I did want, and we got a Georgie, which, truthfully, just between you and me, all the 7 people watching, I did really want a Georgie anyways. So let's open up the next one. These are just mildly adhered by glue, so I can just rip these open. I mean, you could, if they had a seal, I'm sure you could just, people would just steal. That's the problem. They would have to add enough glue to kind of keep hot fingers away from lifting these. The next one we have is pretty small, though. Now, I'm trying my best. I feel a knife. Oh, there's a knife sticking out at me. So it's obviously not Georgie, unless he grew himself a robotic arm that just happens to have a knife on the end of it. So we're going to see who we actually got inside. Now, I'm pretty sure this is Henry Bowers, isn't it? It looks like Henry Bowers. He's got, of course, his knife in his hand. Ouch, ouch. It's not really super sharp. One thing I do like about the mystery minis, it's always been consistent with all of these that we've opened up, is I like that they have like a blocky nature to them. Really giant hands, really giant feet. I would say really giant knife, but that's not all of them. And the heads are always kind of very super stylized. It's not a bad looking Henry, I have to admit. There was actually an It Chapter 2 mystery minis. That would be certainly something interesting to delve into finding. We're going to open up and finish off what's last of the top of the shelf, the top rack, if you will. Let's see who we're going to get inside. I could do a quick tally, but I'm just going to wait until I open up this last box. No sense to jump it just too soon to figure out who we still have remaining, because there's still a lot to go. I'm going to open up the last box, at least of the top row. Open it up. Oh! Is it me, or are they becoming progressively harder to open up? I'm sure it's just me. I'm going to put the box right over there, make a nice little collection of stuff. It doesn't feel like Georgie. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel a knife. So I do think it's a different figure. Let's have a look. Ooh, that's a sharp knife. Well done, Tony. Well done getting a nice sharp knife. Still waiting for that jean jacket, by the way. It's a story that has continued on over the several different videos that I've done. And we've got ourselves another Pennywise. Man. Well, that gives us now 4. So at least, if anything, we'll stop for a commercial break. No, we won't. We'll stop just for a tally break. We did get Georgie, and we did get Henry, and we did get 2 of each Pennywise. So at least we can check those all off. Flute Lady would be so fun to get, and yet I feel at 1 out of 72. 72! That's high. I don't think we're going to be getting a Flute Lady anytime soon. Now, some would say, motivational speakers would say, don't just rule off life, just admitting the fact that failure is in your immediate future. Don't do that. Think positive. Expect that things positive will work out in your life. You never know. I might actually get Flute Lady right in here. Wouldn't it be funny if that was the case? All the praising I've just done to kind of build my hopes up, and then sure enough, it's in there? What are the chances? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you. No, I'm not going to do that. Remember, I used to do that all the time. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll just kind of mid-cut the... I always put Tony now in a panic if I ever say that now, because he wasn't around at the time that I was doing that before. It was my shtick back in the day, Tony. Yeah. Just kind of just abruptly say, well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Knowing wholeheartedly that there was still a lot of videos still to keep going. Anyways, we're going to open up the next box. Oh, it's still difficult. I thought these were so easy. What is wrong with me? I feel like I'm all thumbs now. Open up the next box, pull out the contents. Again, a nice small-sized figure. Doesn't feel... I know we're not going to do feelsies test on every single one of these. Doesn't feel like Pennywise. It most definitely doesn't feel like Pennywise with his spider legs. And who is this? I think... Is this Stanley? I think it's Stanley. What's throwing me off is the coloring. I think it is Stanley. I'm like looking at the back here. He's got the pipe. I think it's Stanley. Stanley. He does have the pipe in his hand, and of course he has the watch, and a lot of blood splattered on the side of his face. It kind of looks like somebody just went and licked their hands with a bloodied mouth and just stuck it to the side of his face. Oh, that's so gross. It's right on the side of his face, though. Get a good look at that. Does have his watch. It does have his pipe. There you go. This one actually has a bit of a more dynamic pose. That's talk of the trades. There we go. Put him right there. Well, we have one of the Losers Club. Let's hope we get at least the rest of them. I mean, there's Eddie. Who else do we have? There's Eddie, there's Bill, there's Ben, Beverly, Ritchie, Mike. Still a long way to go. As Sebastian would say while he's eating his sandwich, here's bringing back an old joke, eating his sandwich, and he stops and he says, no, not too much. We still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. Still, of course, we got to get through, polish off the remaining 5 boxes. Ooh, that one was destroyed. Let's see what we got for the next one. Put that to the side. I'm not even going to do the feelsies test, because by this point, they all seem about the same shape of figure. And I think, I'm trying to look, I mean, again, like, because they don't say actually the name, I'm going to guess this obviously to be Eddie. Right there. It's loser. They just crossed it out. They put lover. I mean, again, if you look at it, Eddie seems to be, well, he's 1 of 12. And to be fair, technically, Stanley was 1 of 12. So this is the only time. Soak this in, everybody. Take it all in. This is the only time that you're probably going to be seeing these guys again. That's in a way good. I mean, it's in a way it kind of sucks. Sucks a little bit if you are looking to pick these up and you're buying them one at a time. You're probably not going to be able to finish off all the Losers Club, because you might secretly think to yourself, well, I would like to get, you know, a Pennywise. And maybe every time you go back, you're probably going to be picking up another box, opening it up. Ah, Pennywise. Buying another box, opening it up. Ah, Pennywise. So if you want to get the Losers Club, they might be a little harder to come by, because they all seem to be like 1 per case. The thing about it, though, is seeing that we're only really down to 4 left, the chances of getting these, again, because they're, well, Bill is 1 of 24, and then like the rest of them, Beverly, Eddie, who else do we have here? Ben? No, Ben's down here. Ben's 1 of 24. He's a little harder to come by. So maybe by this point, seeing as there's 4 boxes left to go, I'm certain that we're probably going to be getting the rest of the Losers Club. Although this one did feel a little heavier. It feels like it's in a pose. I feel arms. I feel legs. Let's see what we got. See what we got going on in here. Oh, we have Mike. Good old Mike. Mike is the one that brings everybody back together for a slightly longer, a little bit more disappointing Chapter 2. Because it didn't follow, obviously it followed closer to the format of the book. It was a little bit longer. They, of course, had the little quests and all that kind of thing. That's the one thing that the mini-series back in the 80s didn't actually have to worry about. They didn't do all the little side quests. They sort of abbreviated. They abbreviated the movie. See, I abbreviated the word abbreviated. There is Mike with his rock in his hand, standing his ground. Attaboy Mike. It would certainly be fun to see these guys grown up. I know I'm obviously in the movie they were grown up, but in the mystery mini format, I would certainly love to see these guys grown up, larger sized, about the same size, of course, and just have their adult versions. I don't know how exciting, would that be exciting to everybody if you collected the adult versions? This one feels heavy. Of course, I probably said that every single time I've opened up one of these boxes. Oh, this one feels heavy. And sure enough, it's not the case. Like a hot knife through butter, Chet continues to stand his, makes the call. Cuts that plastic. Let's open up the next box, see what we've got going on inside. If you guys certainly would like to see more of these unboxing videos, they're a little longer in length than maybe some of my other videos, but I'd like to think that this is kind of where I just talk off the cuff. Nothing is scripted, nothing really ever is scripted anyways, but it allows me to just sort of talk with you guys like we're all sort of a group together. Hey, look at this! Woo! Woo, 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 woo! I don't know why I'm so excited by that. We got ourselves Bill. Good old Bill on his bike. Now that's pretty impressive considering that Bill is 1 of 24. He may or may not have actually been inside this case. And yet, Lady Luck smiles down on me like a hot summer day drinking a cool glass of lemonade. Lady Luck smiled down on me and decided, no, you've gone through enough for the week. Here's Bill the minifigure for you. Very, very cool. I like that. So that gives us Bill, Eddie, Mike. I'm trying to think of who else that we got. I keep always forgetting one. Eddie, Stanley, Mike, and, well, we didn't get, he's not really a Losers Club necessarily. We're getting all of them, actually. I'm just trying to, like, let's look on the back. Let's examine the back for a second and see who we're actually missing. Well, for example, we are missing Ritchie. We haven't gotten Ritchie yet. We don't have Beverly yet. And we got pretty much all the rest. Oh, and then Ben as well. So there's 3 that we're technically missing. I don't mind if I don't actually get this one. I'd love to get a fluted lady, but the chances of that happening now... just kind of sits heavy on your shoulders knowing that it probably isn't going to come to be. I mean, I could probably just look for her later online, but the fact that the flute lady is 1 of 72, Gotta imagine that somebody is selling it. They're probably going to want a fair bit of this. No, not you just rubbing your fingers. A little bit of the moolah, dinero, Big Cheese. I think Big Cheese is boss. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Second to last box, members of the mob. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed these unboxing videos. And hey, let me know down below in the comments section if you'd like to see me do more of these. There are a few I'm sure I could certainly pick up, some of which I've not even had a chance to look at yet on this channel of mine. So yeah, that will definitely happen if you guys certainly want to see more of them. We got ourselves Ritchie, complete with bat in hand. Really, if you take off the glasses, you can also use Eddie here from, or Ritchie, I should say. You can also have him from Stranger Things. There you go, because it was also in both films, you know, both show and film. Again, is the likeness there? Not necessarily. It kind of looks more like a character from Charlie Brown. But I mean, I like the super stylized look of these. So again, like the fact that I get that, and I can, of course, finish off the rest of the Losers Club, except for Ben and Beverly. Beverly's the only, those two are the only ones that we haven't gotten. So there's one box left. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but seeing as there's one box and there's still two characters of the Losers Club, I don't think, unless there's two in the box, I don't think that's the case. I don't think we're going to get every single one of the Losers Club. We got pretty close, and the fact that we did get Bill, it just astonishes me anyways, because I really wasn't expecting that. But let's see who the last character is. I guess it would be probably safe to say, being that Ben is one of 24, Beverly is one of 20. It's probably a good likelihood that we did get ourselves Beverly. And truth be told, nothing against Ben. I would have preferred, I think, Beverly anyways. So the last bag, if we didn't already know, the last bag contains inside Beverly. Here she is right there. Complete with the pipe, not quite a pipe, it's that railing post. Has that in her hand. There's her face sculpt right there. Not bad. Again, if you dig the mystery minis, like I dig the mystery minis, these are certainly cool little pieces to have in your collection. Got the dress there going on as well. The more orangey colored coloring of her hair. And not a bad looking figure at all. So we do have all of the Losers Club except for poor Ben. Shucks. Of the figures that we did get, I of course like to pick out my top 3 favorites. I would probably go, and I'm not going to pick 2 Pennywise. I feel like it's cheating. I mean, that would take the spot of somebody that maybe deserves to be in a place as well. So of the 2, I like the dancing Pennywise, but I think maybe just because he's so OG, I'm going to go with the regular Pennywise that comes included with his balloon. His balloon does look a little strange, sure, yes, but it's not a bad looking Pennywise when it's all said and done. Next favorite, I'm going to go with Bill. Wasn't expecting to get Bill at all, so the fact that I did, and because he also is on top of his bike, that's pretty cool. Would you say on top of your bike? He's on his bike. On top of his bike doesn't make any, it does make sense, but it just doesn't sound right. So Bill, I would say, gets the silver, and because he's had such a rough life. After all, he did get his arm ripped off just trying to retrieve a stupid paper boat. I'm gonna give Georgie. I'm gonna give Georgie. I stopped for a second to kind of think, maybe is this the way I want to go? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Tony, I'm gonna go with this. He's saying, why didn't you go with Beverly? I'm going with Georgie, and that's it. I'm gonna go with Georgie for the bronze. The gold, the silver, and the bronze. Who is your favorite inside the mystery minis that we certainly had a look at here? Let me know down below in the comment section. Today we were doing an unboxing. Long overdue, because I know it's something I haven't done for the longest of time on this channel. If you guys like this kind of stuff, certainly let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see more of me doing these, and I can most definitely consider that. There's a few that I could probably do some unboxings of. Just saying, FYI. But we were having a look, though, at the mystery minis from It. The first It, long ago. Better film, if you ask me, than the second one. Just saying. If you guys are in the market of picking these ones up for yourself, good luck. You could probably find still these online, or again, you can check your local specialty and comic stores eventually when they do open up. Just don't sneeze, don't cough on somebody. Don't do that anyways, but don't do that right now. You know, that's just gross. And, you know, you gotta stay safe. If you guys like the content that this guy's putting out there, somewhat a collaborative deal here going on with Tony. He does sort of the background behind the scenes stuff. Most of the time he's just sitting eating sandwiches. He's not really doing anything, but Anyways, if you guys like the guy behind the scenes, this guy doing this content, and certainly would like to stay on board that train, ride it as far as the train will take you, might I suggest you click that subscribe button down below. Might I suggest you click that bell notification, and might I suggest you keep these bookends, the thing that holds your nose in place, that would be your peepers, peeled, because there's going to be a lot of videos coming your way. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.